another new show from Edukick Manchester. I'm Mick Brennan and I'm here at the National Football Museum in the centre of Manchester, where very shortly one of the first Edukick Manchester team tours, Islington Rangers from Canada, will be coming to have a look round and spend the morning here and learn a little bit more about English football and football here in Manchester. This resource, the National Football Museum, is a great resource not only for the team tours that come here, but the boys on our year-long programme. They can come in here, find out all about English football, the history of football and some of the international football. The museum has plenty of exhibits here for them to find out about different players, different styles, different clubs, and just is a fantastic resource. And it's here in the heart of Manchester and in the hub of English football in the northwest. So Islington Rangers are one of the first teams to come on a team tour with Edukick Manchester. They have come over from Canada. They're spending 9 days here. They're doing training with the Manchester City Platt Lane development team at the Platt Lane complex here in Manchester. They've played a few friendly games and they're seeing the sights of Manchester. I caught up with their coach and some of the players earlier this week to see how their tour's going. So far?
It's been great, really great. The boys have, our idea of coming here was to, immerse ourselves in football for a week, and we've been able to do that. You guys have made that happen for us, and we just managed to, just give them a full week of football, from watching to playing to training, even just watching it on the television live, stuff like that. Some of them don't do that back in Canada, and it's just been great to be able to do that.
Superb. And what made you choose Manchester for the tour out of the whole of the UK?
Well, I mean, it's a football hotbed. London, Liverpool, Manchester, it's the football hotbeds in the UK. Edukick made it possible for us to come here and made it very easy for us. And Manchester United's a really big club over there, and obviously City's getting bigger. So I think the opportunity to come here and go to Old Trafford and the Etihad and train with City, it resonated with the parents and the kids. So it was an easy sell. It was a really easy sell. Super.
And what's been the best part of the trip so far? I know you've had many experiences, and you've got still a few to come over the next few days.
Well, it might be this afternoon. We'll see. We're playing Liverpool this afternoon at Melwood. I'm looking forward to that. We've got a couple of Liverpool fans on the team, so they're really excited. I think turning up at Platt Lane on Saturday to play City, and then on Monday having played City, to go back there and to meet their trainers and train with them. I think that's the kids when they drove up on the bus and they had their tracksuits on and they were ready to go on both occasions. I think they felt like footballers, and seeing the looks on their faces, that's the highlight for me.
I mean, they've been a very professional team. I've seen them in and around, and they seem to be enjoying themselves and conducting themselves well. Has the whole experience of submerging them in English football and a full week of football, has it worked so far for you?
Well, I mean, for us, obviously the proof will be when we get back and we go back to playing domestically. But I think they're a unit now. I think they've bonded. I've noticed that they're communicating more on the field as a consequence. They're also not afraid to maybe critique a little bit on the field, whereas I think they were trying to be too nice with each other before because they know their mates off it, which is really important on a football field, as you know. And yeah, I just think they get a sense of how big the game is, what it really means to people, that it's such a big part of culture. Over there, it's for a lot of people, it's a hobby. It's just a hobby. It's a game they play when they've got free time. Here, it's life. It's all part of it. It's a religion, and I think that they go back with that, and I don't see how that can't be a good thing if they're ambitious,
Boys, you're halfway through your tour here in Manchester, and what are your thoughts about Manchester to start with?
It's a really nice place. There's lots of sights to see. It's a good place to be.
Good, and you're playing football on a daily basis. You've got training with the Manchester City coaches, with some of your coaches are doing some self-training. You're getting some trips, some games. How's the tour going?
Well, it's good. It's definitely, football's way different here. There's way more passion for it here, which is, I thought, amazing, and I wish we could have this in Canada.
Okay, and you played a couple of games. You played a good game last night against Sheffield.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts about the game over there?
Well, the final score was 4-2, but we missed a lot of opportunities that could have been goals, so it very easily could have been a 4-4 game. But I thought we played really well as a whole.
And what have you enjoyed so far the best of being here in Manchester?
I think that the whole experience has been really good so far, but it was really enjoyable when we got to play the couple of games we've played so far. Yeah.
And what are you looking forward to for the rest of the week?
More training, I guess, with the Man City coaches and the games. Yeah, and learning about the game. There's so much more learning about the game here in England as opposed to Canada.
Super. Well, enjoy the rest of your tour here, boys.
Thank you very much.
And good luck in the game. So now on to the football studies programme and how the boys are doing currently. We've had a few games here. We've played against Myerscough, Preston, and we had a great victory over there with Irving scoring a fantastic free kick and Eric saving a penalty. So let's take a look at that action now. We've also had other games here in Manchester. Just yesterday the boys beat Hopwood Hall 4-1 and we saw some good performances from Mohammed, really working hard now up front, and we saw a great goal from Fernando. Last month's player of the month was Emilio, and I caught up with Emilio to see how he's doing on the programme and see what his thoughts are. You're one of the youngest players on our course. You are 14?
14.
Okay, and you're from Mexico?
Yeah.
So, first of all, how are you enjoying being here in Manchester on the course?
I really like it to be in Manchester because it's totally different to Mexico, so it's learning something different.
Okay, what's different being here on the football course in Manchester? The football, what's different than in Mexico?
The football's a lot more physical than in Mexico, so you need to learn how to use your body to protect the ball. And in Mexico, you don't have to use that a lot.
Okay, so speaking with the coaches up at Manchester City and with Neil here in the school, they've commented to me that you're becoming a much stronger player, and obviously playing with some of the older players on the course, that you're developing now since Christmas very well. How do you feel that you're developing?
I think I'm growing and getting stronger. Like, since all my teammates are stronger than me, I need to get stronger and hold my team, like hold them.
Okay, and on the field, do you feel like you are developing as a footballer and learning a lot?
Yeah, I think I'm improving a lot in my football.
What areas of the football coaching do you enjoy the most? What would you like the most on the course in the football?
I like that every day you have to like train at your best. There's no like relaxing days. Well, there is, but when you have to train at your best. I like that.
So you have to constantly push yourself and develop yourself. Now, off the pitch, you're working on your US high school studies through K-12. How's your studies going? How do you feel that your studies have developed?
They're going really good because I can, like, if I don't understand something, I can go with Shafa and I can ask him, and they're going really good.
Superb. And since Christmas you've also gone on to the BTEC course, which links in some of the practical things that you do on the pitch into a classroom, and I hear that you're engaging very well in that.
Yeah, I'm doing good, and I think that's a really good thing because I can, like, there's some things that, like, what I eat, and that helps me a lot with my football as well.
Brilliant. And life in Manchester, being away from home, and is this one of the first times that you've been away from home?
Yeah.
Okay, and how are you finding being in Manchester and living with your host family?
Yeah, I like it a lot. My host family, they're really good, and I enjoy it.
Very good, very good. So what in the future, what are you looking to do once you've graduated from our programme? What's your aim and ambition?
If I can get signed by a club, like, that would be really good, but if not, go back to US and continue studying.
Okay, we're now at that time in the programme where we're trying to find opportunities for the boys and to progress them on. So far in the past month we've been over to Stockport County, where the boys have seen behind the scenes of the stadium there and watched the game to see what a lower level club is like, and we got great hospitality from the club. Later on in the programme, so next week we're going over to Blackburn Rovers, and then towards the end of the programme we're going to Burnley to receive coaching sessions and to watch games over there. We've also announced the trial day on the 8th of April, so all the boys will be entered into the trials, the national trials there, to see if they can be picked up by scouts. One of the boys who you'll have seen in the news shows and some of the interviews recently is Eric, who's had a few opportunities at Manchester City and now at Derby County, and hopefully later on this month he may be signing for Derby County. And I caught up with Eric earlier this month to see how the programme has affected him and to see what benefits he's got from the programme. You've been here since September on the programme, and obviously you're our goalkeeper. You're our only one goalkeeper that we have at the moment. How have you found your time in Manchester to start with?
Yeah, it's a great experience here. I like the whole city and all the facilities here in Manchester. Yeah, I think Great Britain is a great place to develop yourself, and yeah, I have improved a lot. I think, and my English is pretty good now, and yeah, I enjoy my time here.
I mean, that's interesting that you say that your English has come on quite a lot, because you're currently doing the BTEC programme on the course. You're not doing the English language, but we've noticed as teachers and that your English has come on because you've got to use the language while you're here. Have you found that being in a host family and being in the English environment has really helped that?
Yeah, of course, of course. The support from our host family is pretty good, and yeah, all the family members are supporting each other, and it's a great community.
Brilliant. Now, in the classroom here, you're studying the BTEC programme. How do you feel that helps you with your footballing side of things? Because it links very much into the on-the-pitch side of things.
Yeah, we're doing like we're talking about like in the classroom about everything, and I think it helps me personally a lot on the football pitch as well. So we can talk about what we want to improve in our classroom, and later on the pitch and in training and games we can do this. Like it's a good thing. I like it.
Very good. Now, earlier in the programme in September when you came in, we started at the beginning of September, and we obviously trained down at Platt Lane, which is the home of the Manchester City Youth Academy. And very early in the programme, the scouts from Manchester City picked you up and invited you into the academy training. How did you find that as an experience?
It's a great experience. To have the opportunity to play with the academy team is awesome. Like the people there are very nice, and it's I'm from Germany. For me, it's a very different. English academy England academy is very different than a German academy. So to have the opportunity to do this is brilliant. I like it, and the quality of football is pretty good as well. And the English football is very physical. That's different to my country. My country is like more technical, tactical, and yeah, to see the difference is pretty good.
And following on from the trials that you've had at Manchester City, and you've been training and playing some of the games with the City Academy, basically from September right through. You've also had the opportunity to go on trial to Aston Villa and last week to Derby County. How have you found them experiences? How have they benefited yourself?
Yeah, it's you just learn from it, and Aston Villa and Derby County are English clubs as well, and yeah, the English football is in each country, in each club, very physical, and just Derby County is just a championship team, but the quality of them is very high, very high, and you see in every club here in England is the quality of football very high, and I like to play with English teams, and in every club is a very good community.
Very good. Well, very well done with how you've progressed on the course and how you've got the opportunity of the trials. Do you feel that being here in Manchester has really developed you as a player and as a person?
Yeah, of course. I like everything here. Like, my host family is good. I like the environment here in Edukick Manchester. The people are very nice to me, and I think it's a great community. And the city Manchester is good for everything, like to hang out with friends, to do shopping or something like this, and this is the point I like.
So, another great month here in Manchester. Thank you for listening. Keep up to date with what's going on the programme with the weekly newsletters at soccerschoolmanchester.com, and you can go on there and subscribe. Also, keep up to date with our YouTube channel and our Facebook page, where you can find all the information, pictures on a weekly basis, and little snippets to just keep you in the loop.